In this video, we'll discuss how to access different reports inside of Salesforce. Depending on the age of your territory, there could be hundreds or even thousands of accounts and business contacts already inside of Salesforce. If you click on this Reports tab, you can filter and organize all of this data by choosing one of our customized reports. Here we are at the Reports section of Salesforce. Let's take a look at the layout of this page. In this left section, we have a bunch of folders that contain different types of reports. You can use this section at the top to search for a specific folder. To make your lives even easier, we've created one folder which houses all the most commonly used sales reports. So let's take a second and learn how to search for this folder and how to pin it to the top of the list for easy access. First, let's type Sales Executive into this search bar. We'll then hover over this top result, which has a small folder icon. We'll click on this button and select Pin to the top of the list. So if this left section allows you to select the Sales Executive folder, then this right section will display all the customized reports inside of that folder. Okay, so now that you understand the layout of the reports page, let's take a look at a few specific reports that you'll find extremely helpful. Starting at the top of the list, you could run a report to see your current payroll clients. You could click here to see a list of clients that are only using PrimePay for a single service. For example, maybe they're only using us for their HRA. You could click here to see all of the banks, and just below that, all of the brokers that are located in your territory. This report will show you all of your larger clients with over 50 employees. Here you could view a report of the CPAs in your territory, as well as all of the lost clients who've stopped using a PrimePay service. We invite you to explore all of the other great reports in this section to take a deeper dive into your contacts and opportunities. But for now, let's take a look at one of my favorite reports, which is called Accounts My Territory. This report is especially useful for a brand new sales executive because it shows a comprehensive list of all of the clients, CPAs, brokers, and banks in your territory. You could view this report by simply clicking on this blue link, but a best practice is to right-click and select Open in a new tab. So here we are at the My Territory report, and you can see that this sales executive has over 650 accounts listed here. It's also worth mentioning that this list will continue to grow as you meet new businesses and enter them into Salesforce. Okay, so up in this top section, you can see a few different options on how to display this information. You'll typically leave these two fields as Account Owner and Only Show My Accounts. This box will allow you to filter the report by different date ranges. If you leave the date ranges blank, it'll simply show all accounts. But let's say you wanted to only look at accounts that were created during our previous fiscal year. From this drop-down menu, you would select Created Date. Then you could either manually enter your dates, or you can choose from one of these pre-built options in the drop-down. Since we selected Previous Fiscal Year, it will only show accounts created between May 1st, 2017 and April 30th, 2018. Now that we've selected our time frame, the last step is to click on this button labeled Run Report. Here you can see that our report is now only displaying the accounts that were created during this date range. And just like any other area in Salesforce, you can sort this information by clicking on these column headers. Maybe you want to click here to organize the list by account type, or we could sort these accounts by zip code to find a cluster of accounts to visit during our next day out in the field. Now that you understand how to locate and run a report, you can leverage these reports to sift through all of the existing accounts in your territory. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos for more great information.